Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Natalia, and today I'll be talking about why all habits die hard. I'm sure you have heard this expression, and it is to talk about the importance of free time, sleep, and healthy habits. So it happens to us that when the new year comes, we tend to make resolutions like we want to improve our fitness or mental health, we want to eat better, we want to spend less time on social media, and we are really inspired by January and the beginning of the new year. But then when we see all those challenges ahead, we tend to fail. So why is it that difficult to break old habits? Why do we like familiarity? And what to do differently? I'm sure you've asked these questions yourself every time you try to change or to break old habits. So if we want to be more technical, this is due to self-directed neuroplasticity. This is a term denoted by Jeffrey Schwartz that he talks about in his book, The Mind and the Brain. And he says that self-directed neuroplasticity is a passive process in which we reinforce habits by doing them unconsciously over and over again, whether they are good or bad. So we're not thinking about what we are doing, we just do it, okay? The good side or the positive side about this is that we can use this method to train our brain to stick with habits for the long haul, that is to say, for the long term. So we can say that habits, are routines that are unconscious or that have become almost automatic. That's why we do them over and over again. This is due to the fact that they come from a brain region that's out of our conscious control, so we are barely aware that we are doing them. Every day we are not thinking like, okay, I'm doing this because of, we just do the things, okay? We don't say, oh, I'm using social media. Is this good or bad? I want to eat a bar of chocolate. Is this healthy or unhealthy? No, we just pick the bar of chocolate and we eat it. We do not think about the consequences or if it is an automatic habit or not. But just because something feels good in the moment, that doesn't mean it's good for our long-term happiness, health, or mental wellness, okay? So it is to help you see how we can break our habits, how we can improve our habits, okay? First of all, you have to think of the why, It happens that most of us like familiarity. So without having a good reason to do it, we are unlikely to change our habits. So we have to understand the end result we're aiming for. That is going to help us clarify why something is right versus why something is wrong. Another thing is that we just do not need to discredit the old way. We have to focus on being better. And also it takes time. So instead of changing something completely, we can adapt it to make it better. We have to think of what good feels like. We have to imagine ourselves achieving the new habit, how we feel once we've done it. Like in the past and now, what are the differences, okay? This is something very important, this item. We have to banish the all or nothing mentality. We shouldn't say, oh no, I'm not good for this, I'm not going to be able to make it. No. Like one step at a time, okay? That's why visualization is a really good tool for reaching our goals. We can give ourselves some time to visualize ourselves doing that habit. We can do it through meditation, if you're familiar with it. Closing your eyes for 5 minutes, visualizing yourself doing that habit. For example, imagine you want to start running, but you are afraid of it or you haven't done it for a long time. Okay, visualize yourself running 2 minutes, and tomorrow 3, and the following day 4. In that way, it's going to be easier for you to achieve it. What to do differently? You have to be specific on what you want. You have to have measurable indicators. Why it is right and why it is wrong. Yeah, how to do it. You have to focus on quantitative standards, sorry. Also, accomplishing tiny goals can offer enough of a dopamine kick to reinforce your habits, your behavior, and boost you to the next level. So whenever you achieve, even if it is something very small, like compliment yourself. Yeah, for example, if you set your mind for, I don't know, like, okay, today I'm not going to drink coffee, no cups of coffee today. And if you achieve that, okay, compliment yourself. You've done it. Okay, you were able to do it. Yeah, even though it seems something significant, it's a good habit, a good action you've had that day. You should also give yourself a break. Yeah, building new habits or having positive habits is not like from one moment to another. You need time. Yeah, shaking an old habit takes time. So patience is vital for this. You have to be kind to yourself because you're trying to break a pattern. So that's not going to be easy. You need to be patient, kind. And if you fall back into a habit, it doesn't mean you failed. Yeah, we all have days in which we can do things one way or another, better or not, but it doesn't mean that you're a failure. Okay, remember that consistency will come with practice and so success. Okay, finally, you have to bear your mind on quick wins. Yeah, you have to recognize your early wins, as we've been talking about previously. You have to feedback on your progress and see how far you've come. Okay, so that is going to motivate you to keep on going. And you have to set up the right cues in your environment. That is to say that you are likely to maintain a new habit if you are prompted by the results. Yeah, by if you compare your journey, yeah, that is going to be better for you. Now, another thing that is really important for us human beings is free time, yeah, and how to strike a balance between work, life, and free time. Okay, so free time is important because it alleviates stress, which can have disadvantages, if not, on our mental and physical well-being. Workplace burnout has been linked to health issues such as hypertension, heart problems, health problems, depression, anxiety. So work-life balance is crucial to maintaining general well-being and long-term productivity. Doesn't it happen to you that when you are burnt out, it's really difficult for you to concentrate, to focus on your tasks? It's like you cannot manage like any of the tasks you have to do. That's why free time is so important, yeah, for us. The important thing, and maybe the most difficult one, is how to achieve a better work-life balance. Okay, so to start with, you have to establish a clear set of boundaries. Yeah, and here you have some questions that you have to bear in mind. Okay, like how much additional work you're willing to complete outside of the office? When are you going to check your work email after hours? When do you intend to ignore any incoming messages? Yeah, you have to answer yourself those questions to consider your limitations. And like this has been made worse because of pandemic, because it was difficult for us to set boundaries. Yeah, no, you're in your house, you should answer emails at any time, you should answer the phone. No, come on, like we need to set boundaries for our sakes. Okay, you have to take advantage of the resources that you have at your disposal. Okay, it's okay if you need to ask for help. Sometimes we are overwhelmed with works, tasks in any area of our lives. So we need to ask for help, and that doesn't mean you're a failure or that you cannot do something. You're just asking for hand, okay? Also, the state-by-state breakdown, you have to adjust your priorities, weighing up the pros and cons of a particular role, yeah? And that will indicate the impact it will have on your quality of life. And the most important thing that you should not forget is there is a happy medium to reach. Okay, that's the achievement we want. So there is an important balance to strike between too much leisure time and not enough. Yeah, you have to consider how much time you spend on leisure. Having free time, spare time is important. I know that some of us, and that includes myself, we want to be productive 24/7. That's not healthy, okay? We really need free time. When we are like doing leisure activities, that's when our brain is more efficient. We come up with ideas, we come up with solutions, so we need free time. The important thing is that you realize how you spend that free time, okay? Do you spend it like resting? Do you spend it like watching TV, like going out for a walk? Because it's not the same. For example, it's not the same if you spend your free time at the park feeling the sun on your face than if you are like, I don't know, 10 hours a day on a Sunday, for instance, watching Netflix. Like, okay, that is free time, but I mean, what about the quality of it? It's not the same, clearly. So do not consider leisure a waste of time, but what we've been just saying before, like think of it and set a time for it also, like not 24/7 having free time, leisure time, but some hours a day, some minutes a day. It's important, okay? I'm going to read a quote by Sally Malcock, an expert in how consumers spend their time. She says, leisure has mental health benefits and it can make us more productive and less stressed. But we find that if people start to believe that leisure is wasteful, they may end up being more depressed and more stressed. What I have just said before, some leisure activities are better than others, okay? This is another quote. There you have the book cover, yeah, what the most successful people do on the weekend. And one of the quotations that you can find there is that other kinds of work, be it exercise, a creative hobby, or volunteering, will do more to preserve your zest for Monday's challenges than complete meditation or working through the weekend. Okay, and there you have the cover of the book in case you're interested, you want to buy it or read it. Okay, and the last topic for today is the importance of sleep. Yeah, sleep is really important and you should have place for it as well as free time, okay? Like, because without enough sleep, the brain cannot work properly. Yeah, we know that as adults, we need 7 and 9 hours of nightly sleep. Yeah, also having a healthy diet and positive lifestyle habits will ensure an adequate amount of sleep each night. We have to establish a realistic bedtime, try to stick to it every night. Yeah, I know that even on weekends it can be difficult, but we should try to stick it like whenever we can, okay? We need to ensure that we have comfortable temperatures, okay? That the light level is appropriate according to what we need. We need to keep a comfortable sleep environment, yeah? Like having the best mattress, pillows, sheets, okay? And you have to consider a screen ban, yeah, on television, phones, tablets, electronic devices, because they will prevent us from sleeping. You know that the more you look at your phone, for example, or on social media before you want to sleep, the more difficult it is for you to fall asleep, yeah, because you are like there watching everything. So it's important that you make healthy sleep a priority. Also, you have to abstain from caffeine, alcohol, large and heavy meals before going to bedtime. And you can exercise during the day because it will help you to wind down in the evening and prepare for sleep. Many people practice yoga before going to sleep. You also have some yoga exercises on the bed. You do not require mats, yeah, that will help you go to sleep better. Or some meditations, yeah, some meditations can help you fall asleep and like be more relieved, yeah, some breathing exercises too. So as a conclusion, we can say that breaking old habits and acquiring new ones in all aspects, yeah, we've talked about it, healthy habits, sleep, and free time, they will ensure that you have a better lifetime, okay? But you have to be really patient with yourself, and that is a very famous quote that you have, that Rome was not built in a day. And finally, I have included some additional information that you may find useful, like some TED Talks, some sleep meditations, yeah? Nowadays, on Spotify, YouTube, there are plenty of them, so you can search for the ones that you find the most useful for you. Well, I really hope that this talk was useful for you, that you can take some advantage of it. And well, I'm willing to answer any questions you may have, or if you want to write an email to me, you can do it, and I'll be glad to answer you. Hope you have a really nice day and that you keep on enjoying these talks. Thank you.